Hello students, so this is the second video of your chapter Nutrition in Animals. In this video we'll be learning how the digestive system happens in grass eating animals. So which animals are grass eating? Mainly cows, goats, then camels, deers, yaks are grass eating animals. We can also call them as herbivores. Now their digestive system is different than humans. We learned about the digestive system of humans, but in case of grass eating animals the digestive system works a little bit different. So we have one stomach, but in case of grass eating animals they have four stomach, means four rooms in the stomach. The first room is called the first chamber, then this is the first chamber, this is second chamber, then third chamber and fourth chamber. Now the grass eating animals, let's give an example of a goat or a deer. Now the goat eats the food very fast. They see a grass, then they will eat the food very fast, and then it will move to their rumen. The first chamber is called the rumen, so it will move to the rumen. Okay, then after that, when the goat is resting, then it will regurgitate the food from its rumen to mouth. Regurgitate মানে হৈছে তোমাৰ খাদ্যটো পেটত আছে নহয়, ৰুমেনত আছে, তাৰ পৰা মুখলৈ আকৌ লৈ আনে, মুখৰ ভিতৰলৈ লৈ আনে, পেটৰ পৰা মুখলৈ লৈ গুচি যায়, সেইটো প্ৰচেছটো কোৱা হয় ৰিগাৰ্জিটেট. দেন after regurgitating the food from the rumen to the mouth, it chews the food. When it chews the food will become more smaller and smaller, and it will be called as cud. C-U-D. C-U-D, cud. After that, the food will then move to rumen. মুখলৈ লৈ আনিছিলে, পেটৰ পৰা মুখলৈ লৈ আহিলে, আকৌ মুখৰ পৰা পেটলৈ গুচি যাব, ঠিক আছে। তাৰপিছত the food will then travel to second chamber. From second chamber it will travel to third chamber, and then it will at last move to fourth chamber. And in all those chambers there are some digestive juices, like we found in the previous video that there are some digestive juices like hydrochloric acid, gastric juice. So the stomach of a goat or a grass eating animals also have digestive juice. So the digestive juices will digest the food material, and then if there is something left to digest, then the food will then move to at last the cecum or cecum. You can say cecum or cecum. So if anything is left to digest, then the food will be stored here. It will store here for several hours, and then at last the food will be digested completely. We know that in case of plants, the food produced during photosynthesis is transported to all the parts of the plant through phloem tubes. Now in case of animals, the glucose that we obtain from food, how does it travel to different parts of the body? The food travels to different parts of the body through blood. In case of plants, the phloem tubes transport food. In case of animals, blood transports food to all parts of the body. Now our body has oxygen, then we get glucose from food. So the glucose breaks down in the presence of oxygen, and it releases carbon dioxide, water and energy. This process is known as respiration. Means The glucose that we obtain from food breaks down in the presence of oxygen and releases carbon dioxide, water, and energy. This process is known as respiration, and this is how our body gets energy in case of animals. Then digestion in amoeba. So what is a amoeba? Amoeba is a microscopic organism, means you cannot see amoeba with your naked eyes. খালি চকুৰে amoeba কেতিয়াও দেখা পোৱা নাযায়, মানে বহুত সৰু হয় amoeba টো. Now the digestion process is when an amoeba senses a food, it moves towards the food. See the picture here. This is the food of amoeba. The amoeba senses the food, then it moves towards the food, and then it engulfs the food. Mane food to gili diye. Hol khadyo to gili dile. Then in the engulfed food particle, if it is the engulfed food inside the amoeba, gili diya khadyo jodi etu hoy, then there will form a food vacuole around the food. মানে এই খাদ্যটো যে আছে পেটৰ ভিতৰত, এই খাদ্যটোৰ চাৰিওফালে এটা food vacuole form হ'ব. Now the food vacuole contains some digestive juice which breaks down the food into simple substances. Okay, this process is called digestion. When the amoeba senses a food and engulfs it, this process is called ingestion. When it digests the food, it's called digestion. After the digestion, the amoeba uses these substances for its benefit, to grow or to reproduce, basically to live. So this process is called assimilation. And after that, the undigested portion of the food is removed through the body, and it is called digestion. কাৰণ এই খাদ্যখিনি সিহঁতক নালাগে, এইটো undigested part, so they remove those portion of the food from the body. Okay, so this is how the digestion process in amoeba works. So by this we have arrived at the ending of this chapter. So now let's discuss the question and answers. So let's do the exercises. Tick the correct option to complete each sentence. So the answer of first one will be, during digestion complex substances are broken down into small simple molecules. Second one is, pancreatic juice mixes with the food in the small intestine. The third answer is, saliva contains a digestive juice called amylase. Then the fourth answer, the acid in the stomach that kills microorganisms is hydrochloric acid. Bile helps in the digestion of only fats. Human beings obtain energy from glucose molecules with the help of oxygen. Then the seventh one is, the process by which a living cell releases energy from glucose is called respiration. During digestion, proteins are broken down into amino acids. The number 2 is, match the following. Number 1, salivary glands with saliva, gastric juice with number D, pepsin and hydrochloric acid, mucosa with mucus, liver with bile juice, pancreas with pancreatic juice. Then question number 3 is, answer in only one word. So first one is, it digests carbohydrates, proteins and fats in the small intestine. Answer is pancreatic juice. Number 2, it transports the nutrients from the digested food to every cell of the body. You can write answer as blood or blood vessels. Okay. The number 3 is, it breaks down starch into sugar in the mouth. The answer is saliva. Number 4, it produces bile juice. Answer is liver. A digestive juice secreted by the stomach is gastric juice. Number 6, when fat gets digested, it is broken down into these small molecules called fatty acid. Number 7, it protects the lining of the stomach. Answer is mucus. Number 8, the long narrow coiled tube where digestion ends is small intestine. The number 4 and 5 I will give you in the school website in the form of notes. Okay, so till then, see you. I will start the third chapter very soon. Okay, thank you.